Picatrix. Casanova was arrested for possessing it. Ficino and Agrippa consulted it. It has been called the father of sorcery, but its name means the goal of the wise, the path of wisdom. To this day, some claim that merely having a copy on the shelf brings strange and uncanny effects. Yet others praise it as a treasury of magical power and hidden spiritual insights. What is the source of legends that have grown up around Picatrix? What are the secrets of its power? Its origins are shrouded in mystery. While its authorship has been attributed to al-Majitri, a 10th century Arabic sage of Andalusia, this is hotly disputed. Scholars wrangle even over the meaning and source of the name Picatrix, who in the Latin version, widespread in Europe, is called Sapientissimus Philosophus, the wisest of philosophers, so that the author and the book itself share this mysterious and compelling name. What we do know is the book we call Picatrix is a result of centuries of magical practice, combining the spiritual knowledge of Egypt, Greece, India, Persia, the Hermetic Sabians of Haran, and all of the civilizations and magical traditions of the Middle East, stretching far back into the mists of antiquity. Here we can see the bird-footed image of Inanna, Sumerian goddess of love, and millennia later, the Picatrix image of the bird-footed Venus, evocative of the deep and ancient roots of the magic of Picatrix. Aristotle, Alexander, Apollonius, Plato, Pythagoras, Pliny, Thabit ibn Qurra, and the fabled Hermes Trismegistus are just a few of the sages whose wisdom is cited in Picatrix. The author says he consulted over 200 books and compiled their teachings in Picatrix. Melding disparate strands of ancient magic art, Picatrix was originally written in Arabic around the 10th century AD. The Arabs themselves were known as powerful mages, and they drew on the accumulated wisdom of their predecessors to create enchantments of immense power. Picatrix speaks of laying waste to whole regions and building great cities sited and oriented astrologically, filled with potent talismanic spirits. Picatrix cannot be easily classified. It is both practical, filled with hundreds of different talismans, and philosophical, explaining the theoretical underpinnings of all the different magical practices it espouses. It explains how to create love and how to cause hatred, how to heal and how to sicken, how to create and how to destroy. Throughout Picatrix, the emphasis is on knowledge, on gaining it and making use of it. Picatrix says the wise men who came before him deliberately concealed the knowledge of magic, but that they left ways and rules by which the wise could attain it, and become proficient in all they discussed secretly. For this reason I have compiled this book, intending in it to reveal the highways and byways of this science, and give voice to everything the wise have said about this science, and reveal all they have hidden in their books, in words by means of winding paths and deceptive words. We can understand why Alfonso, known as the Wise, King of Castile, ordered in 1256 that Picatrix be translated into Spanish and into Latin, making it accessible to medieval Europeans. But even after being translated into Latin, Picatrix remained hidden. Its reputation as a book of the most malefic magic ensured that it was never printed, never published until modern times, and circulated only in manuscript. In many countries, possession of a copy of Picatrix was sufficient to bring you before the Inquisition, accused of black magic. Nevertheless, the greatest of medieval and Renaissance mages made strenuous efforts to obtain it, carefully guarding it from prying eyes. Many of the talismans in Cornelius Agrippa's 3 books of occult philosophy come straight from Picatrix. The famous astrologer William Lilly had a copy of Picatrix and consulted it in making his own talismans. We are fortunate now that the spirit of Picatrix has chosen to reveal herself to us, and that slowly its mysteries are being made manifest. A key to the secrets of Picatrix is an understanding of traditional astrology, the astrology practiced before 1700. The stars and planets provide a key link between the divine world, the world of Platonic ideas and archetypes, and the material world. Knowing the cycles of the heavens, the mage knew the events that had and would take place on Earth. In addition, everything in the material world was under the rulership of one or more stars or planets. Through diligently seeking out these spiritual connections, the mage could wield power and cause desired effects. The most powerful application of the knowledge of astrology was through the use of talismans. When these were made in an astrologically auspicious moment, the mage could capture the power of the planets and stars and use it as he wished. Picatrix reveals a deeper secret, however, in saying that astrological talismans involve the action of spirit on body. Drawing on the wisdom of Hermeticism, Picatrix explains how the mage can ensoul and animate a talisman, be it ring, pendant, or statue, with the spirit of a planet or star, animating and giving spiritual life to it. In describing both benefic and malefic magic, Picatrix itself embodies the nature of the cosmos, which contains both good and evil, both dark and light. Described as a grimoire, Picatrix is much more than merely a magical recipe book. Within it is contained the deep wisdom of Neoplatonic and Hermetic philosophy, allowing the mage not only to do magic, but to understand how and why their magic works. Whenever Picatrix becomes popular and emerges from the shadows, as it did in Renaissance Europe and is now, the knowledge and wisdom it contains acts as a catalyst in a revival of the Hermetic arts of astrology and magic. In turn, the rebirth of magic and astrology has a tremendous cultural impact. I feel privileged to play a small role in the current Hermetic Renaissance, as the spirit of Picatrix works her ancient enchantments once again.